I was gonna ask you like, so this complex list comes out, right?
Okay. This is the headline. Okay,
No. I'm just curious because like I feel like you're very like to like you. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like you're the premier freestyle platform now.
Thank you.
I feel like you guys, what you guys are doing is more important than what the leakers do. Flex is flex, you know. So flex is gonna get like
he a legend regardless.
The Conway shit that just happened was crazy. Like, I mean, I still watch the Black Thought one like once a week. It
the
feels
Meek
like.
Mill ones are obviously Meek Mill and the Tory Lanez ones. I always watch.
But I was gonna say for you, like, you know, we do freestyles here. We drop like two, probably 1 or 2 a week. It just depends on what happens here. But like, you guys have really dug your heels into the freestyle lane, and it's been dope to see because I feel like you said, like being in New York, there is like you can't just be anybody and go see Flex. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you gotta have it's gotta make sense for him.
Right.
You know what I mean? For you, you're giving people platforms that you just believe in, or that you're like, hey, I think this person's dope. I think more people should have eyes on on this person.
Yeah, absolutely.
So when you see like a list like that come out, do you feel like you deserve more acknowledgement when it comes to certain shit like that? Or I mean, you're still like a relatively new platform, but like, what are your thoughts on that kind of shit?
I mean, obviously, like, you know, I'm like, first of all, thank you for the kind words, and like also kind of just going off what you said about giving people a chance. Like the one thing I want to say about On the Radar is that like the reason why On the Radar is what it is because my goal for it is to be able for you to have a Meek Mill or a Little Baby on there, but then also Lil Homie from down the block. You feel me? Because I feel like there's no place where you marry all those things into one place that's just about the culture, about hip hop, about music in general, right? But when I see things like that, like of course, like I'm like, man, like, you know, I was bummed out about it, but like I've been the underdog for so long in my life and in my career that like it doesn't faze me because I know, you know, the numbers are like I don't like to be the person like look at the numbers, but the numbers are there. You feel me? Like we're doing things that hasn't really been seen in a long time and hasn't, you know, there is no platform since like I feel like a Rap City that or like 106 in Park that's or TRL that's really kind of brought like the up and coming and like the who's hot at the same time.
Right.
Like the fact that I can go on my show and like bro from down the block was there and as he's walking out and Elite Choppa is walking in, like that's fire. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like nobody's doing something like that. Or like Sexy Red's walking in as like this up and coming R&B singer from Jersey is leaving. Like that's dope. So of course, like I see that and I'm like, damn, like this is crazy. Like I feel like we deserve the recognition. It was funny because when that list came out, that same night, I was at like this DeVito event at like Legos and like then Complex posted like the up next like list thing. They're like, oh, hip hop's next, like whatever. I forgot what they called it, but it was just like a social post, and it was like me, Hakeem from OGM, Don't Call Me White Girl. I'm trying to think who else. There are a few other people on that list, but I'm like, all right, so I'm a social post. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate all the recognition regardless because I know that like it's gonna be there,
right,
one way or another. But also like I just be getting tired of the list too.
Well, also this shit doesn't really matter. It doesn't like help. It's like you said, check the scoreboard. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, exactly.
That's what like I had people hitting me like, and I genuinely just didn't care. Like,
yeah, how did you feel about that?
I didn't give a fuck, bro. Like I really didn't expect to be on the list. Like we over here in LA, we are a very independent operation. I don't care about none of that shit, bro. Like they try to get me to like be angry on some whose show was on when they asked me about it. T-Rail shit.
Oh, T-Rail shit.
I just like I have no emotion, man. Like my whole thing towards it is like, you know, at the end of the day, like I'm doing me. If people want to recognize it, it's cool. If not, we're gonna be all right. Like
yeah, that's how I feel.
Shit's moving.
Yeah,
we good.
Because I feel like it's just like, you know, people love making these lists, right? And also
it's a bias. It's also that's why I was surprised you ain't. Because I mean, listen, Complex of East Coast by his place, right? So I was really thinking like, what the fuck is going on over there? Like you've had more moments than a lot of these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you do it with a high integrity. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
You're
Complex
not, like, stirring up bullshit. You know?
Yeah, Complex has shown us mad love. Like we just had 2 freestyles on like the top 25 verses of the year so far. And they've done like other stuff with me before. So, but I didn't feel no way because of that. Like I didn't hit my man's at Complex like, yo, bro, why you ain't put me on? I would never do that because I don't think that's that's an integrity thing. Like I would never handle business like that or come out my neck at someone like that because that's just not how I am. But you know, at the end of the day, it's like, you know, you still are disappointed. You're like, damn, I wish I could have been recognized by this. But it's like, it's cool because I just kind of turn all that fuel into motivation. Like whenever they told me, oh, like, you know, you won't be able to have this artist. All right, cool. I'll see you in a year.
Right.
And like, then they end up coming back around anyway because now they're like, okay, cool. Or like, we'll have an artist who comes on the show and we'll do an interview. They're like, I don't know if I want to freestyle. And I'm like, all right, I'll see you in 6 months. And then 6 months later,
is it hard to? I was going to say
because
you'll get freestyles from artists who traditionally don't do freestyles, right?
Yeah.
So do they go there knowing they're going to freestyle? Because a lot of times we'll run into that where like somebody will come to LA and they'll have like their LA Leakers shit ready.
Yeah.
And obviously the LA Leakers ain't a thing anymore, y'all. Breaking news. They're Just Incredible thing ready.
Pain.
Like we're not like. Our brand isn't freestyle driven. We do freestyles.
Yeah.
But it's not like, we do both. You know what I mean? Where I would say we're more known for interviews. You know what I mean?
Of course, yeah.
So like, I got to hit artists sometimes to be like, hey, I know you come to LA. Make sure you got the other clip ready. You know what I mean? Like, say me something. You know what I mean? But y'all, I feel like now if people come to New York, like they're coming there to do your shit.
Yeah.
I think, even like, because Flex is a lot harder to get onto. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely, yeah.
So, like, do you guys have those conversations like, hey, look, just do something, man. If you like it, we'll use it. If not, we'll scrap it. Like,
oh, hell yeah. We definitely have those combos. Like, I also give artists, like, the opportunity. I'm like, look, if you don't want to do a freestyle, like, let's get a performance video out of you.
Yeah, I noticed y'all do that. Like, you did the Sexy Red performance.
Exactly, yeah, which one of the funniest things we ever shot, too. But, like, Annalie Choppa did a performance with his dude, Gino. That's 4 times. I'm sorry if I say that wrong, bro. I'm sorry. But like he did a performance off the deluxe off of Cottonwood too, which is totally cool because it still went crazy regardless because at the end of the day, not a lot of people knew that song. So a lot of people in the comments were like, oh, this is a fire freestyle, fire, even though people don't know how to read too, by the way. It's like it says performance at the bottom,
right.
But regardless. But I just try to get something out of that. I'm like, look, if you don't like it, maybe come do a lip sync of like a song that you have on the project. Like
something.
Let's just do something. You know what I'm saying? Because I like maximizing content. Like you're there for an hour. It's like a 20, 30-minute interview sometimes, depending how talkative you are. And then, then if you do a lip sync, it takes like 10 minutes, not even to get that done. But most people already know. Like, if I had $1, bro, for like how many freestyles we haven't released too, or like, haven't come out, like, I'd be rich by now.
What is don't tell me who did it, but what was because we've had some very long freestyle sessions where motherfuckers will take like 30 takes.
Oh yeah, okay. Where
it's like crazy.
Yeah.
Like I think there was like one time we had someone who was in here for like an hour, and I literally was like, look, man, I got shit to do. So this is your final go. And they got it. What was the longest you had to wait for someone to nail their shit?
Why are you laughing, bro? I hear you in the back.
Say a name?
No, I'm not gonna say no name. I'm not
No,
gonna.
don't say the name.
I'm not gonna say no name.
Don't say the name.
Yeah, I'm not. You know me. I'm not gonna do that. But it was actually pretty. It was actually within the last 6 months. There was one that we stop laughing, yo. We was there. They came a month ago, maybe. I know it was more than a month ago. We were there at 9 p.m.
When'd you leave?
I left at like 12.
Jesus.
Shit went though. I ain't gonna lie. Shit still went. But like,
so I'm about to say if that's the case, you got to be like, yo, if we get this right, it's gonna do well for us.
Yeah. No, there's that happens a lot though. It's like me and Rob will like look at each other and like we both have that like look on our face where like we want to go home, but like we both like are like very well aware that's like, look, if we get this done, this shit is gonna go.
Right.
And if they tell us they don't want it out, they're never coming back. You know what I'm saying?
Like, bro, we spent 3 hours with your ass. Like,
nah, we've had that. That's happened a lot to us. Like where artists have like come on and then they'll just be like, they'll do their shit, right? And like, let's say we drop it like a month or two later, whatever it is, right? And then they'll be like, oh, I don't like this anymore. And then they're like, I want to come redo it. I'm like, no, like,
that's happened, yeah.
Yeah, because it's like, I'm like, if you got it, you're gonna have to wait like.
I had somebody ask to redo an interview after it was like a 2-hour-long interview, and I didn't like the way it came off in that. Let me redo that.
A 2-hour-long interview is crazy, by the way, for them to ask to redo it.
It's someone that we're very close friends with. He's bald.
I can't wait for you to tell me after. But do you let them? Would you let people come back after that, or do you be like, nah, don't come back no more?
Freddie Gibbs, one of my best friends.
Oh, it's Freddie Gibbs.
We did an interview, and he was like, "Hey, man, can we just redo the whole interview?" And I was like, "Bro."
Did you drop it as like?
No, I had to cut out so much, and I get it. He was in a weird place, like, and he just didn't want certain shit in there. By the time, no, it wasn't the one where he was drunk.
Okay.
No.
Do you cut up your interviews a lot like that?
I give like artists opportunity, like like you said, like I don't want to like make people uncomfortable coming over here. So if like there's an artist that like comes on the show and they're like, hey, I said this, can you take that out? I don't care. Like, I'm not gonna be like, nah, fuck that. You know, like the only time that ever happened was we had dropped a Lil Pump interview. And
Y'all Chocolate tells me everything I need to know about this interview.
yeah, and well, he tried to like his little weenie ass white boy manager. I was like, bro, you know where the fuck we at, bro? Come through if you want to talk that crazy shit. Like, so what happened was the interview goes up. They didn't like the title because I put
they never like the title. They never like the fucking title.
So I put like Lil Pump on new music. J. Cole predicting his fall off, or no, I didn't say his fall off. His career.
If J. Cole predicted his
If J. Cole predicted his career, something like that. It wasn't even like crazy like flavoring, right? But they didn't like the fact J. Cole was mentioned in the title. So they had hit me, and then they had like his other manager hit me who like works, I forget what label she works at, but she works with Thug. She works with a lot of people. She's like well respected in the industry. So I took it out of the title, right? And then they had hit me and they were like, because we put the clip up, because we put clips up, right? Like, yo, his guy hit me like, yo, you got to take that shit down. And I was like, or what? It's already up. Like, what you mean I got to take it down? Tell me what's going to happen if I don't take it down, bro. Like, what the fuck are you going to do, bro? You come back to the studio. We're here all day. You know what I mean? And Lil Pump posted my phone number on his story and said, call me.
His phone was blowing up.
My phone was blowing the fuck up for like a whole night.
Oh my God.
You put it on there like, call me.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Oh my God. So you had to change your number, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, I turned I just was like, I have two phones, right? So I just turned that one off. I was driving to Mexico at the time, so I just turned it off, and bro, I had all kinds of fucking like weird ass like pasty white bitches from Germany sending me nudes and shit on WhatsApp. Like, it was fucking weird, bro.
What the hell?
It was super weird.
But you left the interview up, obviously.
Fuck yeah, it's on there, right? Go run it up. Yeah.
Keep watching that, I guess, right?
Yeah, and it was like a fair interview to Lil Pump. I was like giving him props and shit.
Right,
and
I've watched some of the clips too.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't even seem like it was like
it is what it is. It was funny though.
It wasn't like a messy interview. Like,
It wasn't.
It was very just a genuine conversation
Yeah.
about where he's at and like the whole.
But you know what? People are delusional.
People are extremely delusional.
So it's like, you know, if he'd have shown some sort of like humility and like you know, self-awareness in that interview, I feel like people would have been like, oh, Lil Pump, you know, matured a little. But he was like, I'm rich. When I was like, did J. Cole, you know, looking back at y'all's interview and y'all's interaction, do you think he predicted anything that ended up happening with your career? He's just like, I just know I'm rich. And I was like, all right, bro. Well, you know.
Well, J. Cole is also very rich.
Shout out to J. Cole,
Shout out Cole,
co-owner of
man.
the Hornets, god damn it.
Literally co-owner of the Hornets now. That shit is crazy to me. I love that for